this week's episode of the multiple award-winning Here For It podcast, and we're going to get some more awards, is brought to you by Bills. You know, the thing that Todrick Hall is not paying.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Grammy Award-winning song by...
Okay. Yeah, well...
From the album, The Writing's on the Wall.
Yeah. Okay. We ain't have enough money for that. So we're brought to you by Bills that Todrick Hall ain't paying.
But he had money to pay for escorts. And then his previous assistant is now out here escorting.
He ain't have enough money to pay for the assistants, the dancers. He ain't have enough money to pay for Manila Luzon. And if you ain't got enough money to pay Manila Luzon, Bills.
I'm going to call you back.
So I've been trying to tell y'all for years to leave this girl alone. Y'all don't want to hear it. She's talented. She's a person of color. She could do drag.
She in the LGBT community.
She's not one of us. All what your mama told you was all your skin folk ain't kinfolk. And this is a lesson in that. Because all your black gay skin folk ain't kinfolk. And that one is one. That one is a white woman in a black gay person's clothing. Take that how you feel.
Get all my opinions out on that now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because I was like, okay. So, I mean, I appreciate the journey. That was just to open this. Let me support my thesis.
I can still laugh at it because it's funny.
So, as a person who was rejected from American Idol, didn't win the award, he got on YouTube and, he made his way into our homes through his YouTube channel.
Coonery.
And so, he was like, you're helping me build my audience. So if you come dance in my videos, I'm unable to pay you, but you'll get a lot of exposure because a lot of people are watching me. That's cute. Back in 2013.
That's the point that we're at right now.
And okay, Beyonce gave you a shout out, and then and Beyonce is like, wow, that Target, what they call it, flash mob was really cute. So shout out to Target, follow him. Beyonce just put the whole world on you. So your pay period just changed. Your pay period ain't the same like your pay period was at first. You're getting money now. You're getting a lot of money now. And I know that you should always... Siri, ain't nobody talking... Okay, so you are always trying to invest your money back into your projects.
Y'all love these Apple devices that want to communicate with you when you're not talking to them.
I'm not even talking to Siri.
Okay.
But I know that after Beyonce gave him the shout out, his tax bracket changed. He's been on Broadway twice. He's
Taylor Swift's best
done 2
friend.
world tours. I mean, your business office got to change. You got to hire an assistant. You might even need a second shift girl.
He hired an assistant, but he didn't have that assistant sign an NDA.
Or put the girl, or a good paycheck.
Or pay her.
Girl, child, which is why she's there here on OnlyFans. And so, it's just, damn. A black, one of us out
Not one
here.
of me, no. All my skin folk ain't kinfolk. And so just because he looked like me, he ain't one of me.
It's just,
we not made the same.
I see where he's at. There's a lot to judge. There's a lot to look at, judge, and critique. But there is opportunity for growth. Lots of it. It is going to take a lot of money. So,
is he going to pay it, though? Or pay it? He might pay it. And not in the way you're thinking about.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And, of course, RonaldMatters.com.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, a.k.a. the Sheriff of Bonton, BKA Pastor Wilson's understudy. If you don't know who Pastor Wilson is.
So witty. That's my type.
I figured it would be.
That's my type.
thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of Here For It Podcast. We greatly appreciate it. Our icebreaker this week is fuck, marry, kill.
Oh Lord, here we go.
We have not done a fuck, marry, kill in a while.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so it's time to do another fuck, marry, kill. These three gentlemen,
It's so dry over here. Marry everybody. Give me Kiki Wise uterus.
Okay. We're going to see once we announce these names. These three quote-unquote gentlemen have been on our timelines all year long of 2019. And yes, we are wrapping the year up now.
That Raheem guy that be doing the pornos.
He's on the timeline every day.
I was gonna say
He got so much libido. God damn. Anyway.
Cialis Blue Chew. What is he doing?
Definitely the Blue Chew from My Vista. My Vista be telling you.
I don't see Blue Chew nowhere but my Vista.
Anyway. Fuck, marry, kill. These three gentlemen have been on our timeline all year long, and I need for at least two of them to stop. So you gotta fuck, marry, or kill one of them so that they can get off of our timelines in 2020.
Go slow at first.
You go slow. You gonna fuck them, or marry them, or kill them. Jussie Smollett, Andrew Caldwell, and Taja Call.
Kill Andrew Caldwell. As my fellow bottom sister and my twin, because girls we talking about, we twins. Sure, cool jokes.
How can I recreate that Tamar Braxton meme? Like, who said that?
A joke.
Okay, all right.
So bye. Okay, so
kill Andrew Caldwell
marry somebody
between Jussie Smollett and Taja Call at this point.
I don't even know what the options are.
I just told you what they are.
Girl, it's not a new game. You're not the inventor.
I'm Fisher Price to these hoes.
Let's see. I guess I'll marry Jussie. And what's the other option? Fuck Todrick?
Yeah. You won't be alone in that. Cause
okay. Yeah. I'm not excited about this. I mean, it's supposed to be a lot of action. I'm supposed to be willing to commit.
No, it's supposed to be. You got to pick the worst of two evils. This is what they told the girls when it was voting for Hillary Clinton.
Bye. My hymen is still in place after that.
No comment. I think at this point, I'm gonna do something very similar. Cause I think I'm gonna fuck Jussie Smollett.
Okay.
Cause I think I've been wanting to fuck Jussie Smollett for a while.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill Andrew Caldwell. Cause girl, why?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna marry Taja Call because I just read. Listen to my rationale. I just read her for Dog Filth.
Oh, that was my mistake.
But if I marry him, I can steer him in a positive direction, and I can use his influences to get more people to listen to Here For A Podcast.
What they call it? Premeditated?
Yeah, I'm premeditating right now. So if in 2 years y'all see me out here marrying Taja Call, you'll know why.
So follow us on the internet at hereforitpod.com, hereforishop.com, and hereforlive.com.
And come to the wedding. That was our icebreaker this week.
That took a turn. Like the Clark Sisters' new album.
Like Lil' Kim's new album. That's a turn.
One of them gonna get bought and the other one ain't.
Is either of them gonna get bought? Anyway.
The Clark Sisters' new album's gonna get bought. You know the gospel community is gonna go up. You thought Erica Campbell was out here doing numbers.
No,
all five of the Clark Sisters back together. Oh, this album finna do numbers.
I didn't think Erica Campbell was gonna do numbers.
Fantasia on her new album Sketchbook has a new song called Holy Ghost, and it's the God in me. I'm like, Fantasia, we did want a gospel album from you, but not under these circumstances. You know how you meet a bitch like, girl, I hate that we keep meeting like this. I want a gospel album. I want a gospel song from Fantasia, but not under these circumstances.
On a secular album?
It's the God in me. They wonder why I'm fresh. Wonder so clean. No, Fantasia, don't do that. Give us gospel, girl. You know the kind of gospel we fucking wanted.
Wow. The girls are never satisfied out here. Our word of the day this week is psychoalany. Psychoalany. I'm going to spell it Psycholagny. Psychoalany. It is the ability to reach orgasm without any physical stimulation of the genitalia, usually achieved through mental stimulation or fantasy alone. Psychoalany. How many times have you been there?
I like watching those videos.
Oh, okay.
The No Hands compilation.
Uh-huh.
It's either the CUM or the COMP, like the No Hands compilation.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you know how to spell it. You've been in the search engines. You've like typed it in a couple times.
Okay. That's it. That's all I know. That's all I got.
Okay.
I'll watch those videos.
Okay.
Like when bottoms becoming hands free while they getting pounded. I'm like, oh, look at my sister getting there.
Are you jealous?
No, I'm excited for my sister.
Okay.
Are you excited for my sister? You like that style?
I'm not. I'm excited for them.
Hands-free,
yeah, I'm excited for them because I'm the result of it.
Here we go. Tell me more.
I don't have to.
Pat yourself on the back. Come on.
I patted myself on the back.
You made my sisters get to where they needed to be. All right.
Anyway, thank you guys for supporting this ghetto ass podcast.
Ghetto.
If you have not figured out how ghetto it is at this point.
Ghetto.
We appreciate you listening so much. If you could make sure that you subscribe to this podcast to keep us going. If you would like to donate to keep this podcast going, get over to our Patreon. Our link will be in the description below. And we would greatly appreciate it.
I am legally obligated to give a shout out to John Robinson, who's a new friend to the show as of September 27th.
That's my type.
And to my friend Ty. He my type, but we friends. So shout out to Ty, who's also a friend to the show as of October the 16th. So thank you guys for being new subscribers to our Patreon.
We greatly appreciate it. We cannot continue this podcast without you guys. And if you are listening and you want this podcast to continue, please get over to our Patreon right now. If you don't got no money.
You don't got no money?
If you don't got no money.
No money.
Make sure that you at least subscribe to this podcast and at least share this link with your communities. We would greatly appreciate it. That's the least you could do. If you ain't got $1, that's fine. You could do that.
You don't got no money?
Just saying.
That was Detroit Public School. I just want to make sure I said it 3 times to let you know you went to public schools as well.
I also went to Texas colleges. Well, a college. Anyway.
Woo! Jumped out again. Plural versus singular.
Spell it.
Daddy. I'm looking for one.
Right, exactly. Daddy issues. Our affirmation this week is your value is not determined by your job, people around you, or money in your bank account.
Tell the truth.
If that job or person does not appreciate you or your value, then they are depreciating you. What do you need to see that has not been shown to you already? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. If you are in these business relationships or personal relationships, what else do you need to see to show you that this dealing is not appreciating you, it's depreciating you?
Ooh, come on.
It's in your own best interest to recognize appreciation and depreciation. A lot of times we know the end of a road, but we are afraid to face that end of the road because it's curving into a different path that we can't see. It's important to not be afraid of what we can't see, but be afraid of what's already behind you. So be afraid that what's behind you can be your current state of mind instead of your future state of mind. Moving forward is a positive thing. Knowing your value is a positive thing. And when you see it and you know it, believe it.
This immediately reminds me of Cash Doll's new album, Stacked, available now. Because Cash Doll has a song called Doing Too Much, where she was saying, like, you know, she was encountering girls that were saying she was changing. And the song goes, I'll wait till you get through.
No, yeah.
The song
girl,
goes,
you're not doing enough.
Cash, you be doing too much. Hold up, ho. You ain't doing enough. And, you know, it's like when you are in a certain circle, it's okay with you that if I break down to the warehouse and when I get off, do I got something to contribute to the dime bag or a girl, a gram or an ounce? But then if I want to say,
That's
like,
for you hoes that snort coke.
and then if I say, like, well, you know, girl, I'm not smoking for the next 3 months because, you know, I'm trying to get a job with benefits and better myself. And then now all of a sudden it appears as though to that circle of people, you are trying to be too much. You want a full-time job with benefits, with opportunities to grow and excel and be in management.
Or you want to move out the city. Girl, what?
What? Girl, you sick of driving your broke down Honda, but it get us to the club. I'm trying to do more to get to the club. I'm trying to get to more places.
I'm trying to get to the bag.
So it just, maybe my analogies be random, but my favorite song from Cash Doll's new album is Doing Too Much, and I've loved it since she was in the back of that car in the video where she was promoting it. And so now that I get to hear the full song, Doing Too Much by Cash Doll, it takes me there.
Good.
Yeah.
The point of my affirmation was also same.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people will misplace their own value in someone saying, girl, what do you mean you deserve a flight and a hotel room and a booking fee?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing too much by asking
and
that.
I continue to tell you, girl, you're not accepting that.
What do you mean? So you mean like you want like respect? How dare you want respect?
Dignity? What?
You mean you want to be thanked for the job that you're doing? You want to be appreciated? How dare you? So that is what my affirmation is
Call
about.
center, the executive suite, it doesn't matter where it's going on.
So that is what my affirmation is about. Is oftentimes people will put that on the back burner and let a lot of things happen to them, and let a lot of things abuse them without coming back to home base. Home base
slapping that hoe. You got to come back around with the backhand.
Or you got to do the Lisa Ray and tell Stacey Dash we can have a private conversation outside, because I like private conversations outside. If you have not seen that link, go look at that link.
Uncensored Lisa Ray, TV One.
Anyway, realize your value, know your value, communicate your value is my affirmation.
Come on.
Last week we talked about, in Tepid Topics, we talked about the murders of black trans women not being reported and talked about the same as the national news of Amber Geiger, Botham Jean, and Atiana Jefferson. And I just want to remind black gay people that listening to this sermon right now, everybody in your circle ain't in your corner. So all of these people, all these black people that are shouting Black Lives Matter and justice for these atrocities against black people, when they happen to black people that don't look like them, black people that don't identify like them, they get awfully quiet. And often. They get awfully quiet, and they get quiet often.
Come on out.
So I just want y'all to remember, based off of what we talked about last week in the cases of those three people that we just mentioned, that everybody that's in your circle, because these people pretend to be in your circle, like we all together in kumbaya, we holding hands and clutching arms and divine nine stances and all of that. They pretend to be in your circle, but they're not in your corner. All the people that are crying for justice for
Tatiana,
Botham Jean, against Amber Geiger, they're not crying for the same justice, because their justice does not mean you. So I just want to cover that. In lighter notes, darker for some of y'all, because I know some of y'all been trying to go and fantasizing about this shit for a while. The new barber is temporarily shut down.
The nude barber, the naked guy?
Yeah, the naked guy has been giving haircuts all over Twitter. So I don't know
What happened?
We don't know yet, really. Allegedly, somebody had been reporting him to the board of the
labor and
the cosmetology girls that he got his license through. So they've been reporting him because he ain't just doing haircuts.
The girls don't look like me when I don't identify as they do. Girl, I'm still combing hair. I just found a unique way in a niche market, and now y'all reported me to the 1-800 number.
I just wanted you to know, so in case you didn't get your haircut on Friday, you would know why.
First of all, the cut is already $80. His base price is $80 for a lineup. They don't even include a fade
of any kind.
And meanwhile, he out here trying to fade these other girls because y'all fucking up his goddamn Comcast money. His 1-bedroom apartment money.
Yikes. Well, he allegedly lives in Chicago, so I think it's cheaper there. It's cheaper there than New York and here. It ain't cheap.
Sure, Jan.
It ain't cheap, but it's cheaper. So if y'all want to get a new haircut, you're just gonna have to hold on to your love right now.
Come
on. And thank you, guys.
Damn, they gotta reported the nude barber.
Yeah. Next, there has.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Go to his Instagram page.
He was mobile.
Yeah.
He was a mobile.
Yeah, he was all over. Literally. Literally. He was all over. And he posted.
That's why I thought he lived in Atlanta. The girls think I live in Atlanta.
Same. I do not live in Atlanta. Public service
I live
announcement.
in Washington, D.C.
I live in a place that I'm not reporting right now, but it's not Atlanta.
Get on.
Secondly, there has been a waitress that has been fired for not serving a trans woman at her restaurant in Wisconsin.
Bye, Jan.
Logo is reporting the story as the woman who is named Brittany Spencer.
Come on out. Brittany S. Pierce from Glee.
Brittany Spencer worked at Fat Joe's Bar and Grill, and she made disparaging comments about a trans woman at the bar that she did not want to serve because it was her prerogative.
Her religious freedom, I guess.
To not serve a trans person at a bar. And the point that I would like to highlight with this story is, again, like I said, it's on Logo right now.
Next.com.
She just got hired at Fat Joe's. She is a brand.
Fat Joe's Bar and Grill says like, ooh, the girl, they got turkey necks in there. I'm from the South. I'm like,
not at Wisconsin.
Okay.
Not
I'm like,
Wisconsin.
yeah, not at Wisconsin. But like, whatever I wanted in Wisconsin, they got it at Fat Joe's Bar and Grill. You fucking up the brand. You fucking up the whole brand.
She is, and I'm gonna get to the basis of that part of the story here in a minute.
Get 'em.
So she just got hired at Fat Joe's 3 months ago, brand new, as a waitress. So she barely even know the full menu at this point.
She don't even know the dessert options.
She don't even know any of those things. So she sees a transgender woman come into the restaurant, go sit at the bar in her section of where she's supposed to be serving people, and decides that she does not want to serve this trans woman. Ignores this trans woman for 30 to 45 minutes is what the article said, because I guess they don't really know exactly. It fell somewhere in between there. Then she went to the back and told her manager that she took her moral beliefs and said, hey, everyone has their moral beliefs. And I'm not going to be able to serve this trans woman. Her manager said that she would not hold that against her, and then told her if she was not going to serve the trans woman in her area, the area that she was supposed to be waitressing, she can go home for the night. My thought is the manager did not do enough, because at that moment, when you have a brand new waitress telling you that she doesn't want to serve someone coming in with green ass dollars, that she doesn't want to serve them because of her moral beliefs, then you don't need to work here.
Honestly.
She should have told her, You don't have to work tonight, and you actually don't have to work no other nights after this. Because if your convictions are so deep that you can't serve someone water and food, nobody said you had to sleep with this trans woman. Nobody said you had to marry this trans woman. Nobody said that you had to go home with this trans woman. You had to babysit this trans woman's kids. Nobody even said you even have to know this trans woman's name. All you had to do was be a fucking human being and bring her water and food and the bill. And you couldn't do that. So the manager sent her home, and she complained to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission about being sent home for the night because she just felt like that was just too much and she couldn't deal. And how dare her manager send her home for not wanting to serve customers as a server. Like, that's in your title. Your title is server. You are here to serve water, beverages, and food to customers, regardless of whether they have a penis or vagina.
What I'm saying is, it says, Brittany Spencer says, I was fired from my job because I refused to wait on the table who were making transphobic comments about guests at another table. So I don't, that's what I'm trying to find what New Now Next is reporting, because
well, they reported on the 20th that the manager sent her home.
Yeah, the manager did send her home. Brittany Spencer did get sent home. But I'm trying to find the... But, Wisconsin, y'all got work to do. Because I'm sure if I look up the GDP, if I look up the education level, if I look up how many people who are studying engineering and professional degrees that will impact our future
trades.
So, I'm sure Wisconsin is not coming up in the top 20, 30, 40, 50% of any of those things. So I will just say, Wisconsin, get it together. .org.
.mil.
Because y'all have work to do all around. Full circle. Biological and psychological.
Yeah, the next story is about Rosario Dawson, who is allegedly...
I was like, you said if I could say it. Who is allegedly, okay. Woo.
Allegedly dating Senator Cory Booker, senator from New Jersey.
The gag is,
running for president.
Cory Booker's dick, and I will lick the balls.
First off,
I will get the taint if necessary.
I believe that Cory Booker will let you, but he can't tell these white people that right now. For whatever reason.
Because he said, look, I need a couple more million to keep on in the game. And within 48 hours, he had every dollar and cent accounted for. Now, I can lick your balls, but I can't guarantee those budget incentives.
Listen, if you support your man and you just lick his balls, that will get him to the $1 million threshold. If you believe it, you can receive
He'll stop being cross-eyed.
Well, if you lick his balls good enough, it can cross his ass.
Come on, we have clear vision 2020. No 2020. Or with 2020. Who knows?
He ain't gonna be in 2020. Not as president anyway. Anyway, the story is about his alleged girlfriend.
And that is shade. Rosario Dawson has built a whole career as a biological black woman, and now her whole career is being reduced to allegedly courting.
What was the last movie you saw Rosario Dawson in?
The last one I went and seen.
Exactly. So she ain't lost anything from this. She gained a check.
I hate when we equate women to who she's dating. No.
But you can't tell me also what her work is.
Tell his truth.
What's her work? What was the last thing you saw her in?
Twirling, Catwoman.
What was the first?
2006 is how.
No, she was never in
Catwoman.
She was never. No. What else?
I know that's the joke, but I don't know. But W equates.
But it's not reducing
in her career into courting some failure. I love you, Cory. I still looked about. I love failures. That's my type. That's my type. That's my type.
Wow.
But Rosario Dawson, as a standalone person, is going through something.
If she was just a standalone person, we wouldn't be talking about her.
I'm not. You brought up.
Anyway, Rosario Dawson and her family are being sued for allegedly harassing and beating a transgender employee.
It don't sound like Rosario Dawson to me. What? Let me Google this. You sure?
Also, a year ago, you didn't think that her dating Cory Booker sounded like a good thing.
I don't think so. I didn't think so 10 seconds ago.
So that's why this is not in the realm of
She's being sued for assaulting a transgender employee?
Yes. LGBTQ Nation is reporting that Dedrick Finney.
Wow, she is.
Okay. I just said that.
That's why I love this podcast. I be learning so much, and I'm on the podcast.
Okay. Dedrick Finney, a trans man who's been working for the Dawson family since 2017, said that they convinced him to move from Los Angeles, to Los Angeles from New York, to do renovations on the family's house. So I guess he's like a Renaissance man. He does everything. He might like watch the kids a little while, cook a little something, fix a little something. Fish. Yeah, fix a little something here and there. Mop the floor sometimes. Spray a little air freshener when the Boston shitted in the bathroom or whatever.
Or when Cory Booker coming over.
Cory Booker don't come over. But he does all of the things. So they asked him to come to their place in Los Angeles from New York. So they moved him all the way there. Once they moved him there, they put him in, I guess, basically the pool house is what you would call it. You know, like the house outside of the mansion and stuff like that. And started mistreating him from there and not paying him once he got there. In April of 2018, he said that his hours were reduced, and then he was told to move out after his hours were reduced. So the girls weren't even really paying him, then told him to move out after they cut his check, knowing that his check is the check that pays him to pay to live there. So they got into an altercation. Rosario Dawson's mom and Mr. Finney, the trans man, got into an altercation. Rosario Dawson reportedly joined the altercation and held Mr. Finney down while her mother beat Mr. Finney up.
And said, "You're not so much of a man now."
Yes.
Wow. Which was a clear denigrating reference to Mr. Finley's gender identity. Wow. What? This happened? Allegedly. Rosario.
So Rosario Dawson is out here pretending to be Colombiana.
Rosario Dawson.
I'm absolutely not here for it because I believe that they were taking advantage of someone that is in a marginalized status, of knowing that we took you from what you knew from a whole different city to a whole new coast, and then we made you do all of these things, and then we took your money away, and they asked you to continue to live, but then asked you to move out after we took your money away? Like, you got to get out and we not paying you? Then we attacked you?
Wow.
So I'm taking a real squinty eye at Rosario Dawson and her beard, Cory Booker, because this is going on during his presidential campaign. Because if this was a real thing, why would nobody just settle out of court and be like, well, listen.
On my record. No, I don't want nothing in. No. Cory, why you ain't settle this?
Why would someone not just settle this out of court? Because the principal in this whole thing, basically Cory Booker, because
I don't need no nigga. I'm already begging for money, girl. I don't need to be begging for forgiveness. You gonna be begging for everything and not win.
Anyway, it should have been settled out of court. Cory Booker should have a better sight of what's going on with his girlfriend, allegedly, if that's his girlfriend. And Rosario Dawson and her mama definitely need to do better, especially hiring trans employees and then treating trans employees like that.
I just don't believe. I mean, this is just out of character.
Is it? What's her character? Because you don't know what her movies are. What's her movies? What's her character like?
I know that we were supposed to be mad at her for playing a dark-skinned woman.
No, that's Zoe Saldana.
That's Zoe Saldana. Okay. All right. Also, they also mean that that's the Marvel movies girl. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Okay. But I just don't see her, like, if this was Jocelyn Hernandez, it's like, of course Jocelyn Hernandez held somebody down and beat him up and was anti-trans. I'm like, but she just don't. Zoe said, Rosario Dawson don't give me. That's his voice. Rosario, memorable. She's not that memorable. She's not that girl. Rosario Dawson, you're not that girl. What are you doing?
I implore Cory Booker to get on top of this because
Get on top of something.
And then once you get on top of that, get on top of Rosario Dawson, so we'll believe it. Because I don't believe it.
That's racism. That's sexism. What that is?
No, what Cory Booker and Rosario Dawson are both black.
I mean, us being against their relationship because of our
I just
perceived.
I have
something.
Intuition. I can tell.
Come on, Jewel. Oh, that's my intuition. I like that song from 2004, 2006. Shout out to Jewel.
We're gonna get to Songs for Our Soul here in a minute. Trust me. The next story is from a story that we talked about earlier in the year with Malaysia Booker. Malaysia Booker's attackers are in court right now.
Dallas?
Yes.
Trans woman murdered.
A trans woman that was murdered. We talked about when she was initially attacked, because she was initially attacked before she was murdered. And that was on video for allegedly bumping / scratching someone's car with her car. And then she was attacked by a mob.
Like 2 or 3 days later?
No, she was attacked by a mob on the scene.
Oh.
And then was murdered a week later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with the story, go look up Malaysia Booker's story. But that was her story. She got into a scuffle into the parking lot of the apartment that she lives in.
Vander tease.
Yes. And a mob proceeded to beat her up. A mob of 6, 7, 8 men proceeded to beat her up. We only have 2 attackers that have been arrested to date. And the 2 attackers are attackers, one attacker from the video and one that is implicated in her murder. The attackers are in court being very loud and wrong and transphobic. And
proving
the
the
court,
point.
yes,
AKA proving the point.
And the court is allowing them to do it.
The prosecutor is like, "Oh, yes, keep going." Yes.
So again,
prove our point. Yes.
I'm bringing up the story because, like I talked about in the very first tepid topic, was when we talk about the Amber Geiger story. We talked about the judge coming down and hugging her and giving her a Bible, and then we come to a open and shut case of a trans woman being murdered, and the judge allowing the accusers to use Malaysia Booker's name before she was a trans woman. I'm not going to repeat the name because it
How
bears.
How did they even know what her name was before she was? I just had a fender bender with you 5 minutes ago. How do I even know what your biological name? What?
It bears no repeating on this podcast.
Exactly.
But what it is
what?
Oftentimes a trans woman does not have identification that says Malaysia Booker. Her her identification may say
Sierra Harris. That was a completely. That was for my personal enjoyment. I should get it off the.
I don't condone that. I want to say that right now.
I'm gonna get canceled.
I don't condone those words that came out of Ronald Matter's mouth.
Yep, that was wrong.
So Malaysia's identification more than likely did not say Malaysia. It said something that was male in name, more than likely. And her attackers are in court calling her by her male name, and the judge is not holding them in full contempt of court, which they typically would be in any other case. And so Andrew Wilkerson is one of the lawyers representing Edward Dominic, who is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in the attack on Malaysia Booker. So that's the one that was charged with beating her, and then there's another one that was charged with shooting her. And again, both of them are in court having quote unquote repeated outbursts during the trial and using her dead name. I think that it is abhorrent that this is not talked about. No one is talking about it. The only place that I saw this article was on advocate.com. And
Well, that's a big platform. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it got the clicks that it needed to have.
yeah, one. This is what I'm saying. One. But names like Amber Geiger, Botham Jean, and Tatiana Jefferson are household names across. Tatiana Jefferson are household names across the country right now.
Black culture.
And we're not talking about similar cases of wrongdoing and murder because the person that is on the other end of it doesn't identify the same way that we do. So
He jumped out.
I'm horrified to report the story. Unfortunately, I have to because again, it's not being reported anywhere else. But it needs to be reported. We need to be talking about these stories. Malaysia Booker's name is Malaysia Booker. Nothing else. Malaysia Booker is dead and can't speak for herself. Her family is not speaking for her. She has a city defender who has never even met her that is speaking on her behalf at this point. The least that we can do as a community is come together and say, her name is Malaysia Booker. Nothing else.
Amen. We speak your name.
Last but not least, obviously, convict Ed Buck. This week, every week, all weeks, every week I got a voice. Sometimes I ain't got a voice, but I'm still gonna say convict Ed Buck. Listen, that's my past.
I'm trying to.
I don't live there. I don't live there. I
on.
don't live there anymore.
And meanwhile, I'm over here with the coughs.
You're welcome.
I'm not.
But this week I have one, and I'm going to say hashtag convict Ed Buck. Ed Buck is still in jail. Ed Buck has been charged with murders for the 2 black gay men that he actually murdered.
The LA County was too. Oh, we don't have enough evidence. Bitch, move! I got enough evidence.
He has been evicted from his apartment, so that drug den will no longer operate.
That house is not a home.
Woo!
That apartment ain't there either.
It was never a home actually, but fleas lived there. Anyway, but what we're still waiting on, and what I would like to see before 2019 ends and concludes, is the conviction of Ed Buck. His indictment is not enough. He needs to be convicted. There is an overwhelming amount of evidence to show that he must not be a member of our society. He does not know how to conduct himself. He does not know how to be a regular human being. And people like that need to be behind bars or dead. I didn't mince no words. I said what I said, and I meant what I meant.
Okay, so social studies this week. I strongly believe in checking up on your bills every 3 or 4 months. We've done it for the spring season, and now I'm currently doing it for the fall season. And when it came to social studies, I was like, I don't know what to talk to these folks about because the only thing consuming my mind is how can I bring down my Comcast bill. So this week in social studies, reorganizing the budget every 3 or 4 months. We got to get winter clothes and winter coats because those are 2 separate things. Sweaters and coats cost 2 different dollar signs amounts. And
You already started. You got a new sweater. Look at that.
Yeah, thank you.
Look at the material.
Look at the material. And also, we are always looking at how we can maximize our dollar signs. I was looking at things that you can do with the EDU email. Apparently, with Amazon Prime, you can get 6 months for free. I know it's $119 a year, but with a .edu email address, you can get 6 months for free. So that'll bring your bill down half of the price. And also Spotify for students. If you have anything that you're on, like if you have Spotify or if you have Pandora, whatever online services you have, just put that in and put for students in the Google search bar. And almost always there's a discount code or a application of a discount code or application of a child. A blessing. An application of a blessing. Let's go with that. Lurking in the mist.
Robert Wilson got to you real quick, didn't it?
Also,
Lost your whole thought.
I gotta see if I can convert Christianity. They say if you have a .edu email address, your Google Drive account can be unlimited, because with a regular Google Drive account you get 15 gigabytes. And first of all, we need to employ that for the iCloud, because I just had to sign up for it to expand my iCloud. I'm not excited about that, and I gotta see how I can get a discount on it. But also with Microsoft Office, for all the cheap girls out there, if you just signed up for University of Phoenix, or what are the other things the girls are doing in the local area,
Trump University.
Oh, the ghetto. University of Maryland. If you're just going back to get your MBA, or you serious about getting your associates this semester, fall semester is when a lot of people sign up. If you have a .edu email address, you can get Microsoft Office for free. That includes Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and a lot of different other things. So if you have a student email address, .edu, look and see how you can get a discount. Finesse this shit. Work this shit. Get you a discount. I'm also trying to figure out how to stop giving AT&T $150 a month. And so I was watching some YouTube videos, and Straight Talk, which is a subsidiary of AT&T, for $55 a month offers high-speed data up to 60 gigabytes before they start throttling your speeds and your shit start acting slow. So I think I might be going to Straight Talk. This is available at Walmart. So.
This is why y'all need to get over to patreon.com right now, because my co-host wants to go to Straight Talk. That is the Boost Mobile of 2019. The ghetto. If you get over to patreon.com right now, our link is in the description for at least $1 a month. My co-host will not have to go to Straight Talk. Girl, what? No, ma'am. No.
I'm trying to put my budget in order.
You ain't gonna have no signal. We're not gonna be able to download.
It's under AT&T. It's a subsidiary of AT&T.
You're not gonna be able to.
I have AT&T right now, and I give them $150 a month.
You're not gonna be able to download this podcast on Straight Talk.
And since you talk about Boost Mobile, which is under T-Mobile, offers $50 a month for high-speed data up to 35 gigabytes before throttling.
If y'all get over to patreon.com right now, I can get him to stop talking about this budget ghetto bullshit where no one's going to Straight Talk or Boost. No.
Verizon customers will be getting Disney Plus for free for 1 year. So if you have Verizon,
look at Verizon.
Service, and they say like if you have like the Verizon high-speed internet, or if you have the something, check and see if Verizon is offering you Disney Plus for free before you buy Disney Plus. So that was in the headlines today. Other cable discounts, because I know Verizon has.
This is social studies.
Yeah, Credit Health.
Okay.
Credit, girl. If you have more money to save, you can have more money for brunch.
Okay.
How you doing?
All right.
Girl, don't just be out here recklessly spending all your money, girl. Then what's going on? You ain't got no money to give us on Patreon.
I ain't got no money for that either.
Cable discounts. Since Xfinity dropped WeTV last year, I've been watching Love After Lockup online. I'm telling you the truth, because
if y'all get over to our Patreon right now, you can help him. You can help one podcast.
Fall budget tips. That's what we're talking about. Budget. The LGBT community makes a lot more money than our hetero counterparts, but we also don't need to be foolish in the way we spend it. That's social studies this week. So I watched Love After Lockup on YouTube. I searched season 3, episode 12, season 4, episode 15, whatever show that you might think that you might be missing. Basketball Wives. There are channels on YouTube that are continuously uploading shows that come on cable that people do not want to pay for. Sometimes if I'm up late on a Friday night, Real Time with Bill Maher, I see it on the YouTube, I watch it on YouTube, and I don't even have to go to Superman's HBO app. You welcome. So I watch Real Time.
Oh, welcome for that. I gave it to you so you can watch it on the HBO app. So, you ain't got to watch it with fuzziness in the background.
Or like, oh girl, they skipped the segment. There is that, but you also save money by watching it on YouTube.
You don't save money because I already spent the money on it.
I'm just saying, if you can get the real thing, get the real thing. But if you can save money, do that as well.
Okay.
Xfinity also just dropped stars.
Or y'all can just suck more dick out here. If you just
Stop
suck more,
saying stuff like this. I'm trying to
just
give
suck
people budget tips. The CDC just reported last week that gonorrhea, syphilis, and something else rates was 2 times since 2014. Stop saying that. Okay, back to budget tips. Xfinity just dropped stars in the middle of the season of Power. So 50 Cent got on his Instagram and was saying, hey, you guys call Xfinity, tell them not to drop stars so you can keep getting Power. And apparently Power didn't come on this Sunday because Xfinity was like, girl, we heard you, but y'all didn't send no deposit though. So
I only found out about this. I only found out about this because my mama called me and said, Did you take me off your account? And I said,
oh, you got a stars?
I do have a stars account.
Oh.
But I don't watch Power, so it don't matter to me. It's
you
just,
gave me the HBO password, but you gave me the stars password?
I didn't know you didn't ask for it.
Oh, I've been watching it on bootleg. So.
Because look at you saving money. Anyway, social studies. Anyway, I didn't find out about it until my mama called me and asked me if I took her off my account. And I was like, why would I take you off my account?
You my mama, girl. What you talking about?
She was like, I didn't see Power. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that. First off, I didn't even know it came on. But okay, I'll look into it. But the reason that she didn't see it was because it got dropped.
It didn't, yeah, because Xfinity. But you have Verizon, though.
I have Verizon, but an Xfinity app.
Oh, okay. So, because they're in the middle of contract negotiations, Stars didn't want to air the new episode, and all the millions of subscribers to the Stars didn't get to see the episode. So, I think I heard that it will keep going next week on the Stars app, if you have the Stars app. But this week they were hoping that the contract negotiations will work out, and they wouldn't have to, a certain subset would have to miss the episode. But Stars and Xfinity is like, girl, I ain't talking to that girl. I ain't talking to. So they're just gonna keep putting it on the Stars app, and if you have the Stars app, Power will continue next week. And the last thing that's on my to-do list, because this is my fall budget checklist, is calling to get my credit limit increased. Because I got this credit card last November, and I'm just like, I deserve a credit limit increase. I pay this bill, I max it out, and I make sure I pay it off on time. It has a zero balance every month. I'm definitely calling somewhere in the next 30 days to see if I can get a credit limit increase, because I have been a great customer. I definitely go up with my balance, but I also make sure I take care of my balance. I'm that type of girl.
What are you going to buy with the increase?
No, just to have more available credit, because right now, if I max it out and I go check my credit card, it says, oh, you're at the maximum capacity of your credit utilization. Well, girl, give me some more credit. Because I can clearly handle the amount of credit y'all are giving me, girl. Give me a credit increase. I'm showing that I'm that girl. I can handle these things. I can gargle. I can go down to the base. I got tricks with the tongue. Give me a little bit more.
Give me more. Give me more.
That's what her breakdown was. Of course you will reference that. But, yeah, call those credit card companies to see if you can get an increase, so that way your credit utilization doesn't look so. Girl, what are you doing? You just maximize it every month, and I'm paying every month too. I need some acknowledgement for that. So social studies this week is just the fall budget check every 3 or 4 months. Look and see what you're doing. Girl, I've been buying a lot of clothes all summer because I'm trying to have a hot girl summer. I need to slow down with the shopping in the fall. You know, probably need to move some money around over here. Bam, we make all the money, but the LGBT community also has to make sure we manage it right.
Was that like your Lil' Kim dance?
That was my I'm over here doing the Lil' Kim.
So y'all didn't see that, but he basically did a Lil' Kim dance while saying those points.
The LGBT community makes a lot of money. Make sure we're doing right by it. Pat myself on the back. Fall budget check. My budget gonna be in check come November. You just wait.
It will also be in check if y'all get over to our Patreon right now.
And when Christmas come around, I can get Superman a great gift.
So he don't have to go over
my credit limit got increased.
So he won't have to go over to Boost Mobile. That would be awesome.
Straight talk.
Okay. This week in sexual health. I'm going to cover a topic.
What?
Cover a topic. Calm down. Cover a topic that I cover all the time, but there's a different spin this time. It's not going to be a positive spin.
You finna get canceled.
And I meant what I said when I said it's not going to be a positive spin.
It's gotta be a positive spin, or else they'll leave us negative reviews on Apple Podcasts.
Okay. Prep is not a trend. Nor is it a subject for uneducated hoes to talk about or to name their parties after.
Or make t-shirts. $60 t-shirts?
All the above. That's the same cluster that we're talking about this week for sexual health. Frank Ocean and Azealia Banks tried to capitalize off of PrEP over this past week in different ways. And neither of them seem to have the knowledge of what PrEP really is. They both seem to just realize that it's something cool and something new that people have been talking about recently, and that means that they should give their commentary on the topic. And the danger with both of them having commentary on something that they don't know anything about, or naming a party or putting out shirts about something that they don't know anything about, is because it has real life implications. There are real people out here that need to know more about PrEP, or need to know about PrEP, period. Not just know more about PrEP, because some people just don't even like PrEP. What do you mean? I already took my SATs. What? There are people that still are out here that don't know what PrEP is, or the types of PrEP, or what PrEP does, or the statistics of PrEP, or what the risk factors are, or that you should be speaking with a doctor at least every 3 months if you're on PrEP currently. People don't know those things, but people in pop culture feel like they should still capitalize off of it at the same time.
Or weaponize it.
And weaponize. Capitalize and
that's
weaponize
what
it.
She tried to weaponize it. I was like, girl, what?
So, if this is not your lane, fine.
Music ain't in one of their lanes either.
That's another topic. But if this is not your lane, pull your ass over and reroute. Go another way. Let somebody else that is qualified enough on the topic, that is learned enough on the topic, talk about the topic, because you ain't it.
How did you get there?
About them not being qualified to talk about the topic? Okay. Azealia Banks' comments about PrEP, talking about, people that are taking PrEP just want to be having all of the raw sex in the world. Okay, she heard that from some gay person that is around her, and she probably doesn't even know how to spell PrEP correctly. She probably doesn't even know
which letters are capitalized in lowercase.
That's what I mean by spell PrEP correctly. She does not know how to spell PrEP correctly. She does not know what Truvada is. She does not know what Descovy is. She does not know how long PrEP has been in clinical trials. These are basic facts that you should know if you are talking about PrEP and you have these platforms, quote unquote, because girl, she might as well just dive off that motherfucking platform. And Frank Ocean naming this club event PrEP Plus. I had glowing notes that I wrote when this was announced last week. I was like, oh, a black gay club in New York.
Bougie.
We need that. And it's called PrEP. Let's see what it gives.
A pop-up for the girls.
White people? No sex education?
Nope.
House music?
No charitable sponsor. Using your platform to, bring attention to someone who's doing the work every day?
And no mention of actually educating people about the drug that you just named your club, quote unquote, club after.
At all, none.
These are non-qualifiers. So when you do these things, you are not qualified to have a conversation about sexual health. You're not qualified to have a conversation about public health, because public health,
that's what it
encompasses
at risk.
What this drug is, because it's not just sexual health. Sexual health meaning, you know, what you decide for you and the partners that you have sex with. Public health meaning there is a pandemic going on in the country and around the world that PrEP has averted. So think about the 1 million plus users that are currently using PrEP right now. Y'all may shade them, say they're whores, they're sluts. They just want to have all the raw sex in the world.
Pioneers.
All of those things. I am one of them. So I speak from which I used to be a whore.
The other people are pioneers.
I don't live there anymore. That's not my address anymore. What I'm saying is there's 1 million people in the world that are using PrEP right now. If PrEP was not around, those 1 million people, you don't think they would still be having the same type of sex?
I still like sucking dick. Hello.
You don't think that they still like having sex without condoms, or going to the
feel good.
Going to the bookstore and getting fucked by 10 people in the back and letting everybody come?
And I like the anonymous of it all.
That didn't stop because PrEP was invented, and it didn't gain any momentum because PrEP was invented. They were gonna do that anyway. The only difference is those 1 million people are not HIV positive or dead. And being HIV positive is not a death sentence, but it is a sentence of there may be health complications that come on in your life in the future that you would not necessarily have to deal with if you were not HIV positive. So it's not a negative, but it's just something that you would not have to deal with if you became HIV positive. There's a drug that is keeping over 1 million people HIV negative. And the best thing that a washed up ass pretend rapper can do about the subject or say about the subject is slut shaming and say, well, girl.
Go on Instagram Live for 2.5 minutes and...
The best thing that she can do is get a retainer. The best thing that she can do is wash up, because I just feel like she don't smell good.
Especially in the closet with all those
I just really feel like she don't smell good.
Chickens, what girl?
You know, and I love a dark skinned woman, but I just feel like that one.
Go wash your dishes.
I just don't feel like she smells good.
What does her kitchen sink look like? Do you wash your dishes with bleach?
And even if I'm wrong about those two things, her spirit don't smell good. She is a bad spirit.
What's the peroxide on that?
Frank Ocean, I don't know what the intention was. I don't know how much money you made, but girl,
DHL, the slowest delivery service in the world.
Oh, I read DHL like a year ago. Worst. It took DHL to bring me something for 3 months.
What are y'all doing? Go away from me with this.
This week in sexual health, please get smart on PrEP. And if people are around you that are not smart on PrEP, get them smart on PrEP. The next time I have to have this conversation with
and one of y'all,
and one of them motherfucking celebrities is not going to be cute. That is this week in sexual health.
What comes up after sexual health? What's the next segment?
Your song for your soul.
The Beyonce praise segment. The Beyonce praise segment. Song for my soul is actually Ashanti. In 2003, Billboard said, Beyonce is no Ashanti.
We don't believe a lot of things that they say.
I shouldn't have said that before. I shouldn't have said that.
They were correct, but it wasn't in the right way that they were talking
when
about.
Ashanti went independent, she released her album, The Declaration. And the lead single was The Way That I Love You.
I like that song.
After all the times that we tried, I found out we were living a lie. And after all of the love that we made, I know now you don't love me the same. The way that I love you. You gotta say it like 4 or 5 times.
The way that I love you.
The way that I love you. And the way that I love you. So, I was listening to The Declaration randomly. It came on shuffle. One of the Songs in the Middle came on. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to the Declaration, the full album, and I really loved her song dedicated to her mom. And of course, I got that good. I got that good. That song is on there as well. That was a radio hit.
Ain't she still? She ain't got no babies or a
And
man.
you ain't heard no You ain't heard no complaints. You ain't heard that she had no slip ups. You ain't heard that she ain't got nothing crazy going on. She ain't involved with some nigga who trying to run her through the mud. Her name is her name. When you hear Ashanti, she performing down to the concert hall.
Kmart.
And you just hope the girls come out so she can pay her Boost Mobile or her Straight Talk. And she can
She on the budget plan.
her fall budget is in order.
Okay.
So shout out to Ashanti, The Way That I Love You. Song for my soul.
The way that she loved herself as well. This week, my song for my soul is going to lead right into
What you praying for?
my here
for 2020.
My here for it.
Cory Booker 2020.
No, I don't waste
Rosario Dawson 2020.
I don't waste my magic on things that ain't gonna work. So this song I love because it's a pop song and it is inspirational in more than one way. I think that whoever wrote the song for this artist, I think it's supposed to be like a song to get over a breakup. But to me, the song symbolizes like being triumphant regardless of a breakup. Just being triumphant in life, of just being like, girl, none of that shit is gonna stick to me.
Persevering, come on out.
The song is
Brazilian fish.
The song is bulletproof. Burning bridges, shore to shore, I'll break away from something more. I'm not to love until it's cheap. Been there, that messed around. I'm having fun, put me down. I'll never let you sweep me off my feet. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. This time, I'm singing it now. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. I won't let you turn around and tell me now I'm much too proud to walk away from something when it's dead. Do your dirty words come out, play when you are heard. There's certain things that should be left unsaid. Tick tock on the watch, and life's too short for me to stop. Oh, baby, your time is running out. Your time is running out. At least
she said being nice. She's like, oh, baby, your time's running out.
You're right.
I'm like, LaTondre, your time running out. Get up.
I won't let you turn around and tell me now I'm much too proud. All you do is fill me up with doubt. This time, I'll be bulletproof.
Come on out.
This time I'll be bulletproof. So again, like I said, I think the writer of the song is mainly about a breakup. Came out 2010.
You can tell this to your job.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's a lot of times. Let me give the song credit first, and then I'm gonna go into my sermon. The performer's name is LaRue. They are ambiguous to me. I don't know.
I think they are.
I don't know if their pronouns are he or she.
Were they?
I'll leave it there. I said they. I started with they. I don't know if their pronouns are he or she or they. So leave it there. LaRue, bulletproof. LAROUX. Song is amazing. If you've never heard it before, listen to it. It is amazing. Again, I think the original writing of the song was to be someone getting over a breakup, but it applies, in the words of Tiffany New York Pollard, it applies to so many other circumstances in life when people shoot shit at you and they believe that that's going to be the shot that's going to take you out and make you lay the fuck down for a little while or take you completely out the game. Make them realize they are. You can have those ambitions. But I am bulletproof. You don't own a bullet that you can put in a gun and shoot at me that is going to take me out. I know who I am. I know who God made me to be. I know what God gave me to put out into the world. You don't have the bullet to take me out. I'm bulletproof. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be bulletproof. I'm gonna stay bulletproof. Mm-hmm. So it's a song for my soul.
And it was gonna lead into your here for it.
Yeah. Well,
so what are you here for this week?
Okay, I guess I'll lead into my here for it then. So, what I also talked about, I want to say maybe 2 months ago. Listeners, let me know if I.
Oh, child, you expect us to be loyal listeners?
Yeah, I do.
What you talked about 2 months ago?
2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, I talked about.
3 months ago. Oh my god.
It's around there.
Timeline realness. Timeline realness.
Just skip through old episodes and see when I talked about it. But I know I did. I talked about the Emmett Till.
Oh yeah.
Okay, see. Okay.
I sat here 129 times. I not remember some of it.
The memorial being defaced and
replaced and defaced again.
Yes, continuously being defaced so much that it had to be continuously replaced. Mm-hmm. Where there were white nationals perceived. I ain't even gonna say allegedly, girl. Y'all know who the fuck. Y'all know who the fuck was going by Emmett Till's memorial and shooting it, spitting on it, spray painting it, and doing all kind of other foul shit to a black boy who died. He was 11 years old, who died, was lynched, dragged, and shot by other white nationals for allegedly catcalling a white woman who told us the story back in 2008 that she lied. So he didn't do a motherfucking thing. He just survived. He just was alive and was black and was someone that they could just shit on. So that person, someone completely innocent, 11, black.
We weren't driving by and shooting up his memorial every week. We weren't doing it. They were.
That boy, Emmett Till. Mm-hmm. We couldn't even have a memorial to his innocent death without it being shot repeatedly over decades, destroyed, defaced over decades.
That makes me sad.
No, here's here's the silver lining in the rainbow.
Okay.
His memorial is now bulletproof.
Hallelujah! Look at God. If he brought you to it, he'll bring you through it.
And so that's why the song for my soul was bulletproof. Again, I don't know what the original writer's full intent was, but I'm using it in this context. There was a memorial to a black slain boy in the South that they continued to deface so much that it had to continuously be replaced. And then it continuously had to be replaced because they continued to deface it. So now,
girl, look,
it is replaced with steel.
I'm not calling Lowe's and no more. It's okay. Girl, how much, girl, we gotta replace it, girl.
It won't be replaced anymore because it is impenetrable to bullets. So shoot at the new Emmett Till Memorial all you fucking want to, you white supremacist, trash ass pigs.
In Mississippi. Where is it at?
Yeah.
It's in Mississippi?
Yeah, northern Mississippi. Okay, it's like right outside of Memphis.
Okay.
Shoot at it as much as you want to. It is bulletproof now. It's bulletproof. Set it on fire. Go over there.
Try to.
Try. Go over there and pee on it. It's bulletproof, bitches.
Wow, that's good. That's beautiful.
And I'm absolutely here for it.
I'm here for it too.
Because when I reported on the story before, it just sounded like the normal shit that happened in the South. I can't believe this is going on. But somebody in the city government got enough balls behind them to be like, you know what, let's put a little money behind this because we see that this is a divisive issue and let's make it not divisive anymore.
Yeah.
You can shoot at it if you want to. You can shoot at it if you want to. The bullet gonna bounce back. And if God worked the way that I know God works sometimes,
come on, ricochet.
It's gonna ricochet. I'm done.
Come on.
2 words.
I'm gonna name my baby that Ricochet.
2 words, karma, and I'm done. And I'm done.
So, like somebody was
2 words, get them hoes, and I'm done. I'm here for it.
Okay, so I don't know if mine is a little petty. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I pay a lot of money for rent. I pay a lot of money for.
If y'all get over to herefor.com/Patreon right now.
I'm over here doing this fall budget right now. And rent is more than 33% of my income. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. So my building comes with the concierge. So they accept packages. They watch the camera.
You would call that a concierge?
Am I here for it? Let me get through. So allegedly, it comes with the concierge, as my co-host knows, because he's come over here 129 times. So one night, I came home drunk from the club. I mean, I'm allowed to do that. I pay a lot of money in rent. Fun day is a thing. It's a whole business in DC. So I come home at 2:00 in the morning. The concierge is asleep at the desk.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before as well here.
What is going on? Sometimes they be in the bathroom. Okay, girl, you're human. You have to pee sometimes. Great. I'll stand there for 30 seconds while you pee. Expecting me to stand for 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. Girl, are you taking a full dookie in the bathroom? What are you eating?
Possibly.
You're monitoring the desk. You need to be having those 5-course meals while you're manning the desk or womaning the desk. Because manning the desk sounds so, Anyway, so...
Come on, PC please.
First of all, sleep. Unavailable and can't be bothered. And then, what was the last thing? So Sunday was your impulse event that I was trying to go to, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's raining and it's cold. I need to get me a jacket because I'm not going to carry an umbrella because I will lose it. I don't even know if I came home with a jacket, to tell the truth. But I was like, I'm going to need a jacket.
Bulletproof.
I should go get me a jacket. And so I reach in my pocket to go get my key, and then it's not in my pocket. And I realized I've locked myself out the house. Uber is 1 minute away. I go, hey, ma'am, I'm in apartment so-and-so, so-and-so. I've locked myself out. What's your name? Oh, legally, you have to ask me what my name is because you're about to give me a key. This is my name. Oh, where do you work? My apartment is this. No, but where do you work? I'm really trying to do this really fast because I need to get this done. Yeah, because I remember you told me you did something and If you don't get your ass over here in the girl, I'm trying to get my motherfucking key. You don't know if I got a tray coming through. You don't know if I'm burning greens right now. You don't know what the fuck I got going on. Give me this motherfucking key. I told you my name. I told you my apartment number. You know I live here. I have lived here for half a fucking decade. Give me my shit.
Half a decade?
I am doing. I've lived here for a while.
Half a decade?
I lived between your legs for 2 decades.
No, you haven't.
Exactly. So is my math bad?
Nope.
Is my math bad?
Nobody's supposed to be here.
So she just, okay, well, let me go get the book. Then she goes to the back and get the book. I was supposed to report her for being asleep at the desk. And why didn't I report her when she was... I remember that time I was supposed to come down here and... Then I started to remember all the times I was supposed to report her. And I'm all for the elderly community having jobs. Everybody can't be a Walmart greeter. I know everybody don't have Medicare benefits when they turn 65. And definitely if you wait till you're 66, you get extra money for your Medicare benefits. And as an immigrant to America, I know that you also don't have the full amount of benefits that you're supposed to have when you... Look, I'm understanding of those things. Very understanding of those things. Because as a street bottom from Memphis who barely got a high school diploma and has, quote, some college, I know that we all go through things. And we just hope that the Lord and Savior that watches over us every day will keep us covered in the blood of the Lamb. Amen? So, when you at work... You are at work. I'm absolutely not here for it. And I think, matter of fact, sitting here thinking about it, talking about it out loud, I have 3 examples where I should report her for lack of professionalism in her job duties. And I hate to do that to somebody's grandma.
So to be clear, you're here for it was the elevator.
I'm not.
The elevator didn't come as fast as you wanted to as well. Okay.
I'm not here for it. No, because my Uber starts charging me 2 minutes after if I'm not out there in the car. Mm-hmm. And so when I need my key to get back in my apartment so I can go get my coat, and you want to ask me where I work, somewhere with retirement benefits. Does this offer retirement benefits? Now, if we're gonna be shady, we're gonna go down that pole, girl. I got long legs.
You going down the pole as well?
I might need to at this rate.
Wow.
Because some people are getting Christmas bonuses, and I know that Donald Trump wants to bring back saying Merry Christmas. This is very important for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, can you also not collude with other countries? I'm sick of it. Every time I turn on the damn CNN, breaking news, Donald Trump did something, Donald Trump friend did something, the acting deputy of something done said something, and Donald Trump's like, well, I like the acting director or something because I don't have to go through any confirmation hearings and I can just get them in there and get done what I need did. Those.
Well, thank you so much for that. Here for it.
Child, I'll go on a tangent. You better.
I'm wrangling that in right now.
Not here for it. Donald Trump, the Ukraine, all the shit, and the elderly people down here. If you want to keep a job. Wow. You better be at work.
No, we're done. Thank you so much for that. Here for it. That was amazing.
Magical. Thank you so much.
It was amazing. It's time for our last
next Wednesday. I'll be here next week too.
No. It is time for our last call. If you are unfamiliar with this show.
Oh, and thank you for all the nipple piercing videos, pictures, and comments.
Shout out to Al Washington. Thank you so much.
You were supposed to, I sent you that in secret.
I see all things.
I didn't send you the other pictures. I got 2 other pictures.
I saw the other ones as well. Shout out to Al Washington. For
our last call.
It is time for our last call. Again, if you are unfamiliar with this podcast, you are unfamiliar with this section of our podcast, please pour yourself a shot of anything. Love. If it is liquor, we appreciate it. If it's coffee, get your life. If it's semen, cool. Cool. But our shot is tequila on this evening.
Shout out to asexuality. Oh, that was me with the tongue pop. Shout out to asexuality.
You need to take credit?
Because it be you sometimes.
It's never me.
The girls be... Anyway, shout out... What is that? You're gay. Asexuality Awareness Week. And shout out to all the members of the spectrum who are not L, G, B, or T.
QIAA.
Search hashtag ACEWEEK and learn about all the colors of the asexuality flag. And that's my last call this week.
Okay. Yeah, I think the spectrum is extremely important. And unlike Dave Chappelle, I do believe that us alphabet people, we have plenty of ways to be identified, and it's no different than any other niche community.
Well, like Tank was saying on Lip Service with Angela Lee, he sucked dick twice. It was his thing, and he still identifies.
No. That's not what he said. It's okay. He didn't say that he sucked dick. He said it's okay if you've ever sucked dick twice and then decided that it wasn't for you. He's not saying that he's ever sucked dick or someone.
No. It's okay if you've sucked dick twice and you still identify as heterosexual.
Yes. He's saying that it's okay.
Girl. I mean, what do you say? What are you saying?
I'm correcting you because you said that he said he sucked dick. He did not.
It's okay to suck dick twice and still identify as heterosexual.
Yes. My last call this week is to an iconic film that I've told y'all a few times about, but it is the 20-year anniversary of this movie. And I think its importance shouldn't be understated. If you have never seen it, please go see it right now. If you have seen it, this is a good opportunity. It's a good weather to just sit down and watch a movie, have a beer or have a hot chocolate or hot tea or whatever you do, and look at it from a different perspective and through a different lens, because it ages very well and it is still very relevant. And it was the first movie of its kind to depict a trans man before he even knew he was a trans man, before it was really a term that was widely accepted or widely known as a female that was transitioning into being a man. In the movie, Brandon Tina starts off as a very butch lesbian and only knows the life as being a butch lesbian, and quickly comes to the realization that I'm really not a lesbian. Like, I'm not a lesbian. Like, I'm really not even a woman. I'm a man. Like, I feel like a man. I dress like a man. I identify as a man. I'm a man through and through. The only difference, really, is that I got these titties on my chest and I strap them the fuck down because they ain't holding me back. And I don't have a dick. Outside of those two other features, two physical features, I'm a man. And in the movie Boys Don't Cry, which is the movie I'm referencing here, which is my last call, Hilary Swank bodies the role of a trans man coming from a life of being a heterosexual woman. She bodies the role so much. She won an Oscar for it.
Down to the Wyoming.
So she won it. It's Nebraska. But she won an Oscar for it. But it was such a transformative role that it continues to transform the rest of her career. And if you know Hilary Swank's career, you can just see that trajectory and see the trajectory of the other work that she's done. But again, it is important for us to know our past, to see pioneer movements in media and in cinema, and to know other people's stories. So oftentimes, we say we are one with the trans community, we are hand in hand with trans men and trans women, but we don't know their stories. This is an easy and very accessible story if you don't know a trans man in your life right now. Boys Don't Cry. 20-year anniversary right now. Cheers to Boys Don't Cry. It's been out 20 years, just as relevant today as it was 20 years ago, just as important today as it was 20 years ago, and just as awe-inspiring and jaw-dropping as it was 20 years ago. If you have not seen it, go see it right now. It is my last call.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow the show, first and foremost, hereforitpod.com. Merch is available at hereforitshop.com. And I keep telling you, we're trying to get to Atlanta because we love y'all. And we'll look
Trying to get to Atlanta and stay off of Boost Mobile and Straight Talk.
Hereforitlive.com. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, RonaldMatters.com.
I am still the Superman, TheeSupaman. I am and will always be Pastor Wilson's understudy. Pastor Wilson knew how to do some things with his mouth. And
we need to discuss this a little bit more. So, pros of the Pastor Wilson video. I like the position that he was in while he was performing the activity. Because, first of all, if you're not in the right position, the work can be strenuous.
So. And in that position, she couldn't get away. The mouth and the tongue was going to do what it was going to do. And if your pussy was in the way, girl. Casualty.
Tell me more. Give me more. Because, girl, I'm here for it. And first of all, you got to use the full vessel. The way that their tongue was extended. And what you call this when you doing this on there? What this called?
You got to visualize that.
Yeah, I'm trying to visualize for you so you can.
I saw the video.
He used the full vessel. Like if it requires,
he was double clicking the mouse.
If it requires your left hand, you got to put the whole left hand in there. If it requires the right foot, you got to put your right foot in.
Take your right foot out. Put your left foot in.
It required the whole tongue. He definitely was. What they call it in investing stocks, 100% vested.
That's one way to put it. Well, I'm still his understudy, so that's that.
This is a big role.
Yeah. Somebody said that wasn't the first lady. So
what the second lady?
okay, it might have been the fifth lady. He was on a roll. But I'm still learning. I'm learning from him, and I'm okay with that. This is this week's episode of Fear for Podcast. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Take your Truvada.